Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Josh Nolan and Oliver S. Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube. Tonight, get ready to burn some racing tires off because it's going to be an interesting interview tonight. So tonight we have with us Craig and Jason Statler. Please welcome to them, guys. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Not a problem. So where did it all begin for you guys?
Um, began for me when I was a kid, just going to the races with my parents, and it's just pretty much all I wanted to do ever since I was small. Going out to the old San Jose Speedway, the asphalt track, and just watching the races. Just got a passion for it, and just wanted to do it, and put my mind to it, and was able to do it.
Okay, how about you, Craig?
Just with watching my dad race, me growing up at the racetrack, just kind of fell in love with it too, and wanted to try it out for myself. So, yeah.
Okay, so when you set out on this journey, what goals did you have in mind that you were going to achieve?
For this year, just make some laps, make some A mains, just have some fun, try and see if I actually like it. So,
okay, how about you, Jason?
I wasn't really sure where I was going to go. I knew I wanted to race and wanted to do it. And, I mean, my main goal was to make it to back in the, at that time it was Northern Auto Racing Club. Wanted to make it touring with them around California, and we're able to do that. And I was lucky enough to be able to travel the country and actually see a few new countries. So, in the 30 years that I did do it. So it took me a lot farther than I actually expected it would.
Okay, so on the 3rd of December, Craig, you were raced at Red Bluff Fairgrounds. What was that experience like for you?
it was super fun. It was a new experience. Just really wanted to go out, make some laps, see what that track was all about, and we ended up doing pretty good. We had a qualifying, the chain popped off, like couldn't even get a lap in, and then went back to the pits, got the chain on, got some stuff figured out in the heat race. We're all right, P7 to P6, and then we didn't transfer to the A main, so we had to go to the B main. We started 8th, we missed some wrecks, and we got into 3rd to transfer to the main. And then in the main, we drove from 15th to 4th, and then the chain popped off again. So that's what we're trying to do right now, just figure out what happened to the chain and why it's falling off.
So what's it like to be a father and son racing team?
It's pretty fun. We haven't butted heads that much yet, so but no, it's fun. I enjoy it a lot.
I'm having a good
Okay.
time. I got out of it about 3 years ago, and so I could be more involved with them because they're both my boys. My youngest, Cody, and him were in a lot of stick and ball sports, baseball, football, stuff like that. So I got out of it so I could be more with them and doing that stuff. And plus I was getting a little too old. So
Okay.
so to have him go and do it, we're having a good time putting cars together. And he's a good listener, and he's following pretty good direction. I don't know much about baseball, but I've gone around a few laps. So he's good at trying what I'm trying to tell him to do, and taking good advice.
Do you guys ever have moments that you say to yourself, I can't believe we've gotten this far with our racing careers?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of my first year, so I mean, it's fun to go to Red Bluff and all that stuff. So
Yeah, I definitely did. Through my career, I had a lot of good people helping me, and a lot of support. I was surprised I was able to do what I was able to do, but the team that I had and the people around me, it made it a little bit easier.
So, okay, with your guys' racing numbers, how did that come about?
Well, mine, I don't know. It was a number not a lot of guys had. So, being 00 just kind of stuck. You know, there was a few guys that had it back in the day, but it was a number you didn't see very often. So I kind of like that.
For me, I had mine 28 when I was in baseball, so I just kind of stuck onto it.
Okay. So, what is the communication like between driver and crew chief over on this side here?
Pretty good. I listen a little bit, so that helps. And yeah, I think it's going pretty good so far.
He's a good listener.
Okay. When you know, being you both are race car drivers, what helps you guys stay focused on your goals?
I don't know, just seeing like progress be made night through night. I think that's big for me, like actually seeing the progress happening.
For me, it was just the passion for the sport. You know, wanting to always wanting to be better.
So, Jason, with your 30-year career, what was it like to run a 410 sprint car for 30 years?
It was a lot of fun. I mean, it was you know, obviously you have your ups and your downs, and some nights you drive it, other nights it drives you, and you just got to kind of hang on. But like I said, it was my passion for a long time, and I enjoyed it a lot. It's definitely an adrenaline rush. You know, it's kind of hard because I missed that fix.
So, what kind of goals do you have that you would like to see your son achieve there, Jason?
You know, I want to see him go out and have a good time. You know, obviously I want him to be competitive, and I'm not I don't want to be the dad out there yelling and screaming saying my kid's the best and all that, because I don't have anything to prove through him, you know, because I feel my career was pretty good. And, I want to see him progress, and I want to see him go as far as he can, and I want to see him have a good time doing it, you know. So I don't think I really have I don't think I really have goals for him at this point.
Yeah. Have you guys ever faced any trials and tribulations as a racing team?
No, not yet. You know, we haven't been doing it for too long, so Craig's pretty easy going. So, and I don't like to yell a whole lot, so seems to work out pretty good.
Okay. So Craig and Jason, you know, being Craig, you're just starting out. Okay. And Craig, you were doing it for 30 years. Did you guys ever have nervous butterflies when you got into the car at all, or?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I think you pretty much get butterflies quite a bit, you know, just nervous, anxious, your adrenaline's going. So I don't really, I mean, obviously I think towards the end of my career, it settled down a little bit, but there were still times where it happened.
Okay. So, Craig, since you're just embarking on this now, who have for sponsors on your race car?
We got a couple hometown people for sponsors right now. Wait, was that the question?
Who are your sponsors?
Oh,
tell him who your sponsors.
MEC Builds, Amerikite Powder Coating, Dave Rios Motorsports, All About Fire Protection, Young's Carpet One, Foster and Son Trucking, and Pozzoli Construction. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and yeah, graphics.
Yeah, graphics.
Okay. So, Craig, are you still looking for sponsors for your race car?
I mean, it always helps. I mean, I don't really know the plan right now. I mean, it would be good though.
Yes, having a race car, you're always looking for somebody to help out. There's always room on the car for a name somewhere.
So if you guys, anybody could be out here watching this, reach out to Team Statler because they'd appreciate the sponsorship on the race cars Craig gets into his racing career.
Yes, for sure.
So, Jason, what was your favorite part about out there being a race car driver?
I don't know. There was quite a bit. I mean, I think it's just the adrenaline of hitting a racetrack and, you know, running 100 miles an hour at a fence and bouncing off it and going the other direction. You know, it was every night, every race was a different challenge. You had different circumstances, and it was just fun to be able to try and conquer. You know, there was a lot of, you know, we raced against a lot of fast people, and obviously when you win, you're on top of the world, but you know, the next night you could not make the main event. So sometimes it was tough, and I think that was the whole challenge of it. And so yeah.
How about you, Craig?
I don't know. The biggest thing right now that's really fun is just hitting the track and racing and going around guys and passing them.
Oh, Craig, have you learned how to study the racetrack now?
Sorry, you kind of broke up there. What was the question?
Have you learned how to study the racetrack?
I think a little bit, not entirely, but I'm kind of getting the feel for things.
Okay. Are you helping him out there, Jason, with that?
Oh yeah. No, I'm trying to, you know, trying to teach them. We go up, we look at it and talk about color change and, you know, where the bank is at and where the cushion's at, and, you know, just try and give them pointers on, you know, where to enter and brake and, you know, what everybody around you is doing, and, you know, that you got to make a plan before you hit the track, and then you got to make a plan coming off of 2 to get into 3, and, you know, so yeah, I'm definitely trying to help them out.
Okay. So I want to thank you guys. It's been my honor to have you guys on the racing show with me tonight, talking about your racing careers. Thank you guys very much for doing that for us. That was pretty awesome to have you guys on here. So it's our honor to have you guys on here.
Well, hey,
Yeah, thank you.
we really
Appreciate you.
appreciate you having us on.
Yep. You guys have a good night. I'll have you step out, give a little racing news update, and then I will call you in a little bit to thank you in person, okay?
All right,
All right.
sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Easy.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Little racing news update for you out there, ladies and gentlemen. There's quite a few teams that are switching over to the high limit racing series. Zeb Wise and his team, the Rudy and Racing are going there. You've got Jacob Allen and the 1A Sharp team going high limit racing. You've got Casey Kane's 2 drivers in the Willows, 2 sprint car drivers going over to high limits. Yeah, Emporia License going high limit racing. So we'll see next year how many people go to the World of Outlaw Series in a race. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good night. Catch you later on another episode of the Josh Nolan and Oliver S. Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube. And we would like to thank everybody that's been a part of this racing show and helped us out with this racing show. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good night.